This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's April 22nd, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. What horrible news to wake up to on Easter morning. More than 200 people were killed and hundreds more wounded in 9 separate bombings in churches and luxury hotels, for the most part, in Sri Lanka. The defense minister has said that the blasts were a terrorist attack by religious extremists. Police said they have 13 suspects that were arrested, but they do believe that most of them had been suicide attacks. All of these happened in the capital city of Colombo, and while most of those killed were Sri Lankans, the U.S. has said that there were several Americans among the dead. A fourth measles case in Maryland has been confirmed, and this time there is a possible public exposure, and anyone who visited 4000 Old Court Road in Pikesville on Tuesday, April 16th from 9:15 a.m. to about 12:30 p.m. may have been exposed. Now, the outbreak in Maryland has been localized to a very small area. Actually, 2 of the locations are at that 4000 Old Court Road in Pikesville address. Another one was at Market Maven at 1630 Reicherstown Road in Pikesville, and then 7 Mile Market at 201 Reicherstown Road in Pikesville. But they are located within the zip codes of 21208, 21209, and 21215. However, the reason we're talking about it is because it is highly contagious. And if anybody was up there, just beware. Finally, the Gold Leaf Dispensary on West Street has opened up. Now, that is the big gold glass building that used to be a Papa John's and a tattoo parlor, and now it is a cannabis dispensary, and it is the latest one here in Anne Arundel County. Now, just to sort of squash any kind of misconceptions about a dispensary, it is not a place where druggies go to get their weed. You have to be 21 or older to enter unless you have a medical ID card to get in there. It is guarded with armed guards, and the 24 different strains of marijuana are kept behind locked doors. In addition to marijuana, they do sell oil products, pre-rolled blunts, tinctures, elixirs, as well as edibles. Now, Gold Leaf is the third one to open up in Anne Arundel County. The first one was Greenpoint Wellness in Linthicum Heights at February of 2018, and then Mana Supply in September of 18 over there in Edgewater. And there is another one that is potentially opening up in the next year. We don't have a date yet, but that's over in Annapolis by the bowling alley, and that's called Kind Therapeutics. None of these are in the city of Annapolis. The city does not allow that, so they are just on the other side of the county line. The Maryland state law says that you can have 1 dispensary per legislative district. On a somewhat cannabis-related note, there is a new store that opened up on West Street. It is called Java and Jane. This is at 218 West Street in Annapolis, and it is a coffee shop that also sells everything CBD, which is an extract of the cannabis plant. They opened on 420, and the Jane is a nod to Mary Jane or marijuana. Again, it is not a dispensary, but it is selling everything CBD, which would be rolled hemp, oils, creams, bath bombs, tinctures, etc. And for some reason, they closed down after their grand opening over the weekend, and they are going to reopen for business permanently on the 28th. Again, Java and Jane, new coffee shop, and everything CBD at 218 West Street, and that is actually in the city of Annapolis. Maryland state unemployment rates were pretty much stable in March, but they did take a little bit of a dip. The Labor Department's Bureau of Labor Statistics said the rate in Maryland was 3.8, which matches the federal level, and it just climbed just a little bit. In February, we were at 3.7%. Virginia's unemployment rate is fantastic at 2.9%. North Dakota and Vermont tied for the lowest state unemployment rates with 2.3%. Place not to go to work, Alaska. Their rate is 6.5%. And to wrap it up today, we've got a great story from Premier Planning Group, which is a financial planning firm here in Annapolis, located right on West Street, sort of catty-corner from the Annapolis Hotel. They gave away 2 years' worth of housing payments to 2 needy families on Friday. And they partnered with the Gradient Gives Back Foundation. And check this out for these 2 families. Shakitha Tillman and her 2 children have been struggling for over a year. Her partner, Otis, died unexpectedly in December of 2017 with no life insurance. And with no partner, Shakitha had lost her job, her car, and her apartment. She recently found a new job, but she's still under pressure. Now she doesn't have to worry about paying for housing for a year. The other one was Kimberly and Clifford Hurd and their 3 children of Gwynn Oak, Maryland. They've dealt with multiple health issues, including Kimberly's multiple sclerosis and cancer. Clifford recently lost his full-time job due to a back injury, and 2 of their 3 children have autism, which really compounds the difficulty of finding childcare for work and medical appointments. Again, they don't have to worry about their housing for a full year, and this is all courtesy of Premier Planning Group. Brian Harris, who's the CEO and founder of the Premier Planning Group, said that these families have both dealt with more difficulties in the past several years than many people encounter in a lifetime. My hope is that this money gives them the hand up that they need to get back on their feet. Well done, Premier Planning Group. All right, that is about it for the top news today. You want to make sure that you're checking out that first link in our show notes to make sure you know all the ways that you can get in touch with us. If you're someplace you can leave us a rating or a review, please do that. It would be much appreciated. And please give us a recommendation to your friends and colleagues and family. That's how the word gets around. Other than that, you want to hang tight. We've got George Young with your local DMV weather, and he's coming up in just a minute. But first, I need to tell you something about my geeky friends up in Severna Park, Macmedics.
Have you ever been to the Annapolis Mall when it opens for the day? Maybe you've noticed the line of folks waiting to get into the Apple Store. As you may know, I'm a Mac user, and today's episode of the Daily News Brief, in fact, all of the episodes of the Daily News Brief have been produced right here on my Mac computer. What you might not know about is Macmedics. They were founded here in Annapolis in 1989, and they are an Apple-authorized premium service provider, the only one in the Baltimore, Annapolis, D.C. area. And what that means to you is that they repair all Apple devices, including the iPhone screens and batteries, all without an appointment. And most repairs are done the same day, usually within 2 hours. They also sell everything except the iPhone and the watch for the same price as Apple. I don't know why you would go anywhere else. Give them a call at 410-757-MACS, or if you're not into the whole letter thing, 410-757-6227. Stop by their retail store in Severna Park on Benfield Road, or their service center in Lanham, right off of Route 50. Or you can always check them out online at macmedics.com. I'll tell you, they've saved me quite a few times, and I know they can save you.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, April 22nd. A very typical week of springtime weather ahead for Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County this week, with temps mainly in the 70s, though there could be some readings in the 80s on Tuesday. But with these nice temps come a few chances of some showers. First today with a very small chance of some AM showers, followed by another small chance of rain on Wednesday, and then finally a bit of a likelier shot at rain on Friday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there. Be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Join Anne Arundel Medical Center Foundation on Saturday, April 27, 2019 at our Denim and Diamonds Bash in Annapolis. Denim and Diamonds is a fun evening under the stars featuring fabulous cuisine and gourmet food trucks, live and silent auction, and a live band. Last year, AAMC cared for more than 2,000 patients in our emergency departments suffering from mental illness or addiction. Help us expand much-needed inpatient and outpatient programs and services for your community. For tickets and sponsorships, visit aamcdenimanddiamonds.org. Special thanks to our platinum sponsors, AAMC medical staff, the Chesapeake Bayhawks, Comcast, the Evan K. Thallenberg family, What's Up Media, and WRNR.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.